The maxim, "Stop seeking applause, be worthy of it," attributed to the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, is a profound invitation to introspection and a re-evaluation of our motivations. In a world obsessed with external validation and the constant showcasing of our lives, this phrase echoes as a powerful reminder of the true essence of virtue. It urges us to shift our gaze from the stage of others' approval and turn our attention to the inner sanctuary where integrity and authenticity are forged. It's not about despising recognition, but understanding it as a natural byproduct of a life well lived, not the primary goal. The frantic pursuit of applause, by its very nature, makes us hostages to external opinion, diverting us from the path of self-sufficiency and inner peace that Stoicism cherishes. With its roots in ancient Greece and its flourishing in Rome, has always emphasized the importance of controlling what is within our power and serenely accepting what is not. Our merits and virtuous actions are within our control. The public's reaction to them, however, is not. When we condition our happiness and sense of worth on external approval, we hand over the reins of our serenity to unpredictable and volatile forces. Applause can be ephemeral, based on superficial perceptions or even selfish interests. Dignity, on the other hand, is a solid construct built upon the pillars of honesty, justice, courage, and wisdom, the cardinal Stoic virtues. It resides in who we are and what we do, regardless of public scrutiny or acclaim. The incessant quest for external validation can manifest in various ways in our daily lives. On social media, we see the compulsion for likes and comments, the meticulous curation of an idealized image, often far from reality. In the professional environment, the craving for recognition can lead to performative attitudes, the pursuit of promotions at any cost, even if it means compromising one's values. In our personal relationships, the need to please can make us too malleable, unable to set healthy boundaries or express our true opinions. In all these scenarios, the essence of the Stoic teaching is clear. Instead of seeking others' approval, we should focus on being people who, by their ethics and character, would naturally deserve such approval, should it come. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, constantly returned to the idea that the true reward lies in the virtuous action itself. For the Stoic, the purpose of life is not to accumulate honors or riches, but to live in harmony with reason and nature. Virtue is its own reward, and the consciousness of having acted correctly is the deepest satisfaction. The pursuit of applause, in contrast, introduces an external motivation that can corrupt this purity. Acting virtuously merely to be praised is, in a way, to pervert virtue itself. It's like an artist who paints only for the gallery and not out of intrinsic passion for art. True mastery lies in dedication to the craft, regardless of how grand the audience. The fragility of public opinion is another crucial point to consider. Acclaimed today, forgotten tomorrow, or even reviled. History is full of examples of individuals who rose to the height of fame and fell from grace in a blink of an eye. Basing our sense of worth on something so inconstant is building our house on sand. Stoicism teaches us to build our self-esteem on solid rock, reason, logic, and unwavering virtue. Unjust criticism, unfounded contempt, indifference, all this is external and therefore has no power to disturb the Stoic sage unless he grants them that power. Dignity, once earned through right action, cannot be stolen by external voices. The concept of dignity in Stoicism is intrinsically linked to self-discipline and coherence. Being worthy of applause doesn't necessarily mean it will come, but rather that our actions and character are aligned with the principles of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. This requires continuous effort in self-examination and a willingness to do what is right, even when it's unpopular or difficult. It's the willingness to act with integrity in moments of darkness, when no one is watching, for it is in these moments that true character is revealed. Dignity is a shield against superficiality and a beacon that guides us through life's storms. The incessant pursuit of approval also makes us dependent on external validation, undermining our autonomy and freedom. If our self-esteem is tied to what others think of us, we become slaves to their expectations and whims. The Stoic, on the other hand, seeks inner freedom, an impregnable fortress where others' opinions cannot penetrate. This freedom is not the absence of responsibilities, but rather the ability to act according to one's own reason, regardless of external pressures. It is the freedom to be true to oneself, to live according to one's own principles, instead of conforming to the changing expectations of society. By stopping seeking applause, we are not being indifferent to the world or isolating ourselves in an ivory tower. On the contrary, we are empowering ourselves to contribute more genuinely and effectively. When our actions are motivated by virtue and not by vanity, they have a deeper and more lasting impact. A leader who seeks the good of their community instead of their own glory, an artist who creates out of passion instead of recognition, an individual who acts with integrity even without witnesses, these are the people who, paradoxically, end up gaining true admiration. Applause, when it comes, is an echo of virtue, not its source. Humility is an essential virtue for anyone who aspires to dignity. Acknowledging our limitations, learning from our mistakes, and being open to constructive criticism are signs of a strong and mature mind. The pursuit of applause, on the contrary, often feeds the ego and vanity, making us impervious to learning and self-improvement. The Stoic knows that the path of virtue is a continuous process of growth and that perfection is an ideal to be pursued, not a state to be achieved. Humility keeps us grounded in reality, avoiding the trap of complacency and arrogance that often accompanies public attention. Marcus Aurelius's teaching is an invitation to a more authentic and meaningful life. Instead of worrying about how we are perceived, we are urged to focus on who we are and how we act. This shift in perspective is liberating, as it frees us from the need to maintain appearances and allows us to invest our energy in what truly matters: the development of our character and the practice of virtue. Authenticity, in its essence, is the absence of masks, the coherence between what we think, what we say, and what we do. This integrity is the foundation of dignity. The intrinsic satisfaction of having acted correctly is, for the Stoic, the greatest reward. There's no need for external seals of approval, applause, or praise. The peace of mind that comes from a clear conscience and the certainty of having done one's best, regardless of the results or others' opinions, is an invaluable treasure. This satisfaction is not fleeting like applause, but a perennial source of serenity and well-being. It is the internal recognition that we live according to our own values and principles, a compass that guides us even in turbulent seas. Developing indifference to applause does not mean being cold or distant. It means, rather, that our happiness and sense of worth are not held hostage by external validation. We can appreciate recognition when it comes, but we don't depend on it to feel complete. This attitude protects us from envy when others are applauded and from frustration when our own efforts go unnoticed. It is a stance of balance and detachment, allowing us to focus on what is truly within our control, our choices, and our actions. This indifference is a form of emotional freedom, a shield against the fluctuation of emotions. For the Stoics, reason is our most powerful tool for achieving virtue. It is through reason that we discern right from wrong, the useful from the useless, what is within our power and what is not. The pursuit of applause often leads us to act irrationally, compromising our values in the name of popularity. By focusing on being worthy, we use our reason to guide our actions, ensuring they are aligned with virtue, not vanity. Reason is the compass that prevents us from getting lost in the empty pursuit of validation, directing us toward the path of wisdom. The practice of contemplation and self-examination is fundamental to internalizing this maxim. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, demonstrates the importance of a constant dialogue with oneself, analyzing one's actions, motivations, and reactions. This introspection allows us to identify the traps of vanity and the impulses to seek others' approval. It is a daily exercise in detachment and a reorientation of our goals towards what is truly substantial and lasting. Reflection is the mirror that shows us who we really are, allowing us to align our actions with our ideals. In a world where image is often overvalued, Marcus Aurelius's message is a powerful antidote to superficiality. It invites us to go beyond appearances, to seek the depth of character and the substance of actions. Being worthy of applause is infinitely more valuable than receiving it for trivial reasons or for a fabricated image. It's the difference between a meticulously cut diamond and a shiny piece of costume jewelry that falls apart over time. Substance is what remains, what has intrinsic value. Ultimately, the phrase, "Stop seeking applause, be worthy of it," is an invitation to self-responsibility and the building of a solid character. It's a reminder that true greatness lies not in what others think of us, but in what we are and what we do when no one is looking. It is a philosophy for life, a moral compass that guides us to a fuller, more authentic, and serene existence, regardless of the fluctuations of external recognition. It is a call to be our own strictest judges and our greatest admirers based on virtue. May we then internalize this ancient wisdom. May we redirect our energy from the incessant pursuit of approval to the building of a life guided by virtue, integrity, and authenticity. May our merits speak for themselves, and may the satisfaction of a clear conscience be the only applause we truly need. By becoming truly worthy, recognition, if it comes, will be a bonus, not a necessity. And if it doesn't come, our inner peace will remain unshaken, a testament to the unbreakable strength of the Stoic spirit.